Welcome back everyone, it's Channel Name here, where we dive deep into the weird, wild, and sometimes wacky corners of human behavior. Now today's topic might raise a few eyebrows, but hey, we're all about tackling the uncomfortable truths, aren't we? Today we're going to talk about 10 things women do to manipulate and control men. Before you start firing off in the comments, let me just say, not all women do this. And some of these behaviors, men do them too. But for today, we're focusing on the ladies. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's dive in. Oh, and if you're enjoying this already, hit that like button. It's the easiest way to keep us in your algorithm. Alright, let's start with the classic the silent treatment. We've all heard of it, right? Picture this. You're arguing with your girlfriend, and suddenly, nothing. Radio silence. You're left wondering, did I say something wrong? Is she okay? Or worse, what did I forget this time? Now, according to psychologists, the silent treatment is a form of passive-aggressive behavior. Studies suggest it activates the same part of the brain that physical pain does. Yup, being ignored actually hurts. Women, and some men, use this tactic to assert control, leaving their partners scrambling to make things right. It's like playing a game where the rules aren't written down, and you're always losing. Think about it. By staying silent, she forces you to play detective. You're left analyzing past conversations, second-guessing yourself, and often apologizing just to break the tension. And here's the kicker. Sometimes she's not even upset. She just wants you to prioritize her emotions. Clever, isn't it? Drop a comment if this has ever happened to you. Let's see how many detectives we have in the audience. Alright fellas, let's talk about the waterworks. Tears are powerful. They're like kryptonite for most men. It's hardwired into human psychology. Researchers at the University of Tilburg found that seeing someone cry, especially a woman, triggers a mix of empathy and guilt in men. And guess what? Some women know this and use it to their advantage. Cue the dramatic Titanic-level tears over not getting to pick the movie. But here's the deeper layer. Tears aren't just about guilt, they're about creating a sense of urgency. When someone's crying, it's hard to ignore them. Your natural instincts kick in, telling you to comfort and resolve the issue. And sometimes, it's not even about the actual issue, it's about reaffirming their importance in your life. Am I saying all women cry to manipulate? No, sometimes those tears are legit, but you'd better believe there's an Oscar-worthy performance or two out there. And ladies, don't think you're off the hook. Be honest, have you ever cried to get your way? Let us know in the comments. No judgment, just curiosity. Alright, moving on. Let's talk fashion. Women have mastered the art of dressing to influence. And no, I'm not just talking about date nights. Whether it's a job interview, a negotiation, or a simple favor, women, knowingly or not, use their appearance to steer outcomes. Science backs this up. A study published in Evolution and Human Behavior found that men are more likely to comply with requests from women wearing red. Yup, it's called the red dress effect, but it doesn't stop at color. Strategic choices like high heels, makeup, or even a carefully chosen accessory can shift the power dynamic. It's about creating an impression that's hard to resist. Here's a scenario. Imagine she needs help moving furniture. Instead of sweats and a t-shirt, she's wearing her favorite jeans and a flattering top. Coincidence? Maybe. But studies show that appearance can impact how much effort others are willing to put in. Funny, right? But effective. And ladies, no judgment, it's smart. Let's not pretend men haven't fallen for it. Here's a modern one: social media. Ever noticed how some women use their online presence to, well, manipulate perceptions? Strategic selfies, cryptic posts, and even tagging you in photos to stake their claim? These are all subtle ways to control the narrative. Psychologists call it impression management. It's not just about looking good, it's about crafting a persona. And guys, if you're suddenly in every Instagram story, chances are she's marking her territory. But it goes deeper. Some women use social media to invoke jealousy or curiosity, posting a picture with a cryptic caption like, "Had the best night ever." Can make you wonder, who was she with? What's going on? It's all about keeping you on your toes. Social media is like the modern-day battlefield of relationships. And the sooner you recognize the game, the better equipped you'll be to navigate it. Drop a like if you've been tagged out of nowhere and had to think, wait, what just happened? Next up, guilt trips. Oh boy, this one's a doozy. It starts small. You never take me anywhere. Then it escalates. Do you even care about me? Before you know it, you're buying plane tickets to Paris. Guilt is a powerful motivator. It's like emotional jujitsu, using your own feelings against you. Here's the science. Research from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships shows that guilt tripping works because it appeals to our need to avoid conflict and maintain harmony. But here's the catch. While it might get results in the short term, it creates resentment over time, and nobody wants to be in a relationship fueled by guilt. So, fellas, if you're feeling manipulated, it's okay to call it out, but tread lightly. You don't want to trigger the silent treatment again. And for the ladies watching, remember, guilt might get you what you want, but it's a short-term win. Let's talk about those two little words. I'm fine. You know she's not fine, she knows she's not fine, but you're supposed to, what? Read her mind? Decode the cryptic message? It's like trying to defuse a bomb without instructions. Here's the deal. According to relationship experts, this tactic is often about testing your emotional intelligence. She wants to see if you care enough to dig deeper, but it's also about maintaining control. By keeping you guessing, she ensures the focus stays on her. It's a subtle power play, but an effective one. And here's the kicker. Sometimes she's fine, and you've worked yourself into a frenzy for nothing. It's like a psychological maze with no exit. Leave a comment if you've figured out how to handle the I'm fine dilemma without making it worse. Flattery will get you everywhere, or so they say. Women know this too. A well-timed compliment can make you feel like a king. But here's the twist. Sometimes it's part of a larger strategy. Psychologists call this ingratiation, using charm to influence others. Example, wow, you're so handy. I bet you could fix my leaky sink. Next thing you know, you're knee-deep in plumbing tutorials on YouTube. Compliments create a feel-good moment that makes you more likely to say yes to requests. It's not just manipulation, it's human nature. We're hardwired to respond positively to praise. Just remember, if the compliments only come before a favor, you might want to check your radar. Ever noticed how some women are experts at telling a story from their perspective? They'll retell an argument, but somehow, you're always the villain. This is called narrative framing, and it's a subtle way to sway opinions. Here's the thing, humans are storytelling creatures. Research in social psychology shows that humans are more likely to believe a story that's told with confidence, even if it's exaggerated. And when someone controls the narrative, they control how others perceive the situation. It's not just about winning the argument, it's about shaping your reality. So if her friends are giving you side-eye, it might be because of her version of events. No shame in standing up for your side of the story though, just maybe don't do it in front of her friends. Manipulation isn't always about the here and now. Sometimes it's about planting seeds, subtle hints about wanting a bigger house, a fancy vacation, or even marriage. These are often dropped casually, but they're designed to linger in your mind. Behavioral economists call this priming, introducing an idea so it feels like your own when you finally act on it. It's not malicious, just clever. Over time, you start to think it's your idea. It's like Inception, but with less CGI. And hey, it works. Suddenly you're the one suggesting the romantic getaway. Sneaky, right? Last but not least, the damsel in distress. This is when women play up their vulnerability to get help. It's not always manipulative, sometimes people genuinely need help, but other times, it's strategic. Studies show that people are hardwired to respond to others in need, especially when it comes to perceived helplessness. And let's face it, men are often raised to be protectors, so if she's calling you to kill a spider or fix her Wi-Fi for the third time this week, just know you might be playing right into her hands. But hey, who doesn't like feeling needed? Just make sure the balance doesn't tip too far. Alright folks, there you have it. 10 things women do to manipulate and control men. Now before anyone gets too heated in the comments, remember, this isn't about bashing women. Manipulation is a two-way street, and men have their own tricks too. But that's a video for another day. If you found this insightful, or just plain entertaining, smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. And seriously, I want to hear from you. Which of these tactics have you experienced, or which ones have you used? Drop your stories in the comments below. Until next time, Take care and stay sharp.